Hey, Richard Bryce here, Tennis Hacker. In this video, I want to show you how to improve the fluidity of your strokes. So it works on the forehand, the backhand, works on the serve, but it's going to be a little bit unusual. I'm going to show you how to make your strokes more fluid by doing a spinal mobilization. So this is going to be especially useful if you're slightly older. Hopefully you enjoy the video. If you do, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel before, it really helps me out if you could do that as well. So the cool thing about this exercise is you can do a before and after test to find out how well it works for you. There's two ways of doing it. The first one is to just do a series of shadow swings. So just if you're at home, just kind of warm up, see how your swings are, whether it's the forehand, the backhand, the serve, whatever you want. And then we're going to do the spinal mobilization, and then you can go back to the shadow swings or back to hitting on court if you're on court and see how it feels. And most players are going to find their stroke feels more fluid and more relaxed. So I'm going to show you kind of a few different variations of the mobilization. The first one's going to be the basic standing variation. I'm also going to show you kind of regressed variation seated, because if your back is really stiff, you might need to try that version. And then I'm going to show you kind of a progression of how we can actually work on this in tennis specific positions. So we're going to be doing a mobilization for the thoracic spine. So for your upper back, really important part of your body for everything that you do in tennis. You know, rotating through all of your shots, this part of the spine needs to move in order for you to extend properly and go into the racket drop properly. So it's just a really important part of the body to mobilize, but I want to show you how mobilizing it impacts your swing. So firstly, you need to know where the thoracic spine, the upper back is. I'll put an image on the screen so you've kind of got an idea of what it looks like. And then we're basically going to just work on extending it and then flexing it, or straightening it and then bending it. So we're really trying to get the spine moving itself. This is an area that a lot of people have stiffness in because they spent a whole lifetime sitting. So the way you want to think about it, the extension is easy. You're just going to be lifting your chest up. So you're going to be lifting it towards the ceiling. So you can think about lifting your chest, you can think about something being on your chest and lifting it up, but you're basically going to do that. Now notice what happens with my head. My head kind of goes along for the ride because it's attached on top of my spine. But we've got extension going up and forwards, and then flexion going back. And this is often where people need help. They're not able to mobilize all of the joints in the spine or in the upper spine. So you have to kind of think about something pushing you in the chest and gliding back. So your chest is going to kind of move backwards as you do it, but then you're just moving all of these individual vertebrae. So give that a try. You know, maybe do 3, 4, 5 good repetitions, extending and then flexing, and hopefully you can feel movement within the vertebrae. So try a before and after test with that, and then we'll do the regressed version. I find a lot of people have got stiffness in their back and kind of poor quality movement, so sometimes people can struggle with a standing variation. So we can do a seated variation to kind of give you a little bit of feedback and to make it easier. So the way that you do this, you just wrap your arms around your knee, let your knee relax, and then you can use that to help give you feedback. So thinking about your chest going backwards and trying to open up these vertebrae, because when we're doing the standing version or the seated version, we're not intentionally doing a shoulder shrug. The movement should come from the spine itself. The shoulders just appear like they're moving because the spine is kind of moving past it. But if you hold on to your knee, relax it, you can still extend by thinking about lifting up to the ceiling and then or to the sky, and then you can round it back to see if that helps you to improve the mobilization. And again, you can do a test, retest, try the shadow swings, do the drill, try some more shadow swings, see how it feels. And then now I want to show you the shot specific version. And generally the way that we're going to do this is to choose 3 points throughout the shot. So I'm going to be working on a neutral stance forehand. So the first position I'm going to get in is going to be my preparation position. So I've done my unit turn, my legs loaded, I'm ready to go. And in that position, I'm going to try and perform this mobilization. So can I control my spine, keeping everything else relatively similar, and can I get each of those joints to mobilize? So do 3 to 5 reps there, then go into the contact point position. So now I'm in the contact point position. I'm going to have my head lined up with the contact point, and then I'm going to try the mobilization there. And it will feel weird and it will feel tricky to do for most people. But again, can you get all of those joints in your spine to move from that position? And then finishing finally into the follow through position. I'm still going to keep my head that way to try and emphasize the importance of kind of tracking the ball through to contact. So I want to train myself to do that. But then in there, can I get the spinal mobilization in that position? So do maybe 3 to 5 reps in each of those positions, and then test your shadow swings out, and you will probably find that it feels significantly looser, more fluid and relaxed. And if you found that beneficial, it's going to be a really simple but important exercise you can add in as part of your warm-up. You can also actually do it during a match. So maybe you start off feeling pretty good and then you tighten up during the match. You can do a few reps at the changeover and it can be really helpful for you. So give that a try and then leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you got on with it. And if you found this video useful, you might be interested in a training class that I've got that teaches you more about how to use brain-based training to improve your tennis level. Because ultimately, you can only play tennis at the level that your body will allow. So if you're serious about improving long term, you want to do obviously high quality on-court practice, but you also want to work on your body to improve how it functions, so then you can play higher level tennis. So I've got a class that's going to teach you all about that. I'll place a link to it down in the description so that you can go through that if you would like to learn more. Okay, hopefully the video has been useful. If you did enjoy it, give me that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, again, much appreciated if you could do that. Any questions or comments, leave them down below and I'll get back to you next time.